Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And by the time other people are joining, last day what we had seen, just let me try to recap the things. What
Look,
we had
you
seen,
can switch off your video.
who is me? My video is visible. Okay. I think my video is not switched on. Anyways. Yeah, what we had seen last day. So either it will be managed or unmanaged. So on what basis we generally decide whether it is going to be managed or unmanaged? What basis? So if my source database is the standard table, then we generally go for the unmanaged. If my source table is the custom table, then we go for the managed. Okay. Still, this statement in few cases it will be fail, but I will let me show you something so that we will take the call whether it is going to be managed or unmanaged. Okay. So last day only we have used, whenever we are using the unmanaged, so what we had discussed that unmanaged, whenever we are going to discuss use the unmanaged scenario, means all the operations, all the CRUD operations, we have to write the code. For all the CRUD operation we have to write the code, right? So last day what I was trying to do is, here I was trying to implement the read statement, right? So whenever I'm using the read statement for the entity, this is EML, entity manipulation language. So whenever I'm trying to read the entity, at that time it is going to the read method. Immediately it is this, whenever as soon as it will execute this particular statement, then it will go to the read statement. Sorry, read method. That is what we had seen on our last day session, right? So let me show it again. So what we have done, I will put the breakpoint, and if I will run the application, I have already logged into the system. So here we have already done. So whenever I select this and add to table, I clicked on add to table, then it is going to the debugger, right? Here we put the breakpoint and it is going to the debugger. And in this particular read statement, there is a parameter called import parameter, that is called keys, KYS. So why the system is hanged or what? Okay, I'm able to type KYS. So here there is a keys import parameter is there, where whatever the row I have selected, for that particular row the primary key will be given over here. Now if I am getting the primary key of an entity, then from that primary key we can read the data from the we can read the data and we can populate that, right? So that is what is our objective. Let us see how we are implementing that read statement. Okay, so select what are the things I have selected, what are the things I have used. these are the things I have used, right? So I will copy like this, Control C and Control V. I will not use arch or something like that. I will use like this, right? Now I will get some error, then we will fix one by one errors so that you will have better clarity on this. I will read this. These are the 6 or 7 fields we used in our CDS. That is why I'm just trying to extract this. Okay, from EKKO into table @data LT underscore PO underscore details. Okay, LT underscore PO underscore details. Okay, so what the fields which are I mean the selected rows we will select. Okay, so @keys, then EBLN is equal to @keys hyphen, what is that field? Right, PO number. Done. So this is what is there. Keys EKO. What is the problem? EKO where? It needs the where statement. Where this? Any question up to this? This is very much straightforward. So there should not be any issue. Psi sub RC is equal to 0 and F. Okay. Then I get the data. Now I get the data from the database table. What I need to do? I need to map to the entity, right? I need to push to the entity. Then only it will return some value, right? So what I will do? RUSU result is equal to move corresponding. Is that move corresponding? Not corresponding only, right? Corresponding LT underscore PO underscore details mapping just a second. One minute, huh? I exactly forgot that particular statement. Corresponding, then here I need to give hash, then the hash was missing, that is why the mapping was not coming. Mapping from entity, mapping to entity. I think it should not be from entity. Mapping to entity. What is our entity? Our entity is this one, right? So mapping to entity, this, correct? So no, I think we don't need to give the entity. It will by default it will consider the entity. Mapping to entity. Okay. Now, whenever I am writing this particular statement, what it is trying to do, there is a parameter here. It will have a parameter result. See, there is a changing parameter called result. What we are trying to do, we are populating this result. Whatever the data we are getting in the from the table, that data I am trying to map to my entity. Okay. So to the result parameter. Now you are getting some error. What is that error? First, it is saying no mapping is defined for the types result and table of something 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 is showing. Okay, so it is saying that no mapping is I mean there is no mapping. Okay, where we should do that mapping? We should do that mapping over here. Okay, what is that? Mapping for okay, so mapping for the table. What is that? EKKO. Mapping for EKKO. Then we will start this and end here. Then inside this we have to give what is the CDS view name. For example, EBLN is the PO number, right? So PO number. Now what I will try to do, I will give PO number is equal to EBLN. Okay, in the database table, the field name is EBLN. In my entity, the name is PO number. Okay, so this is how we will do the mapping. So here already it is just this thing is done over here, right? So what I will try to do, I will do this over here. I will copy and paste, and I will reverse this. I hope it is clear. If you are not able to understand, please let me know. It is quite straightforward kind of thing. Okay, here what we are trying to do, we are mapping our CDS, the entity, with the database table. Okay, we're trying to do that. Let's see what is happening. Still you will get error. Okay, my mapping is done. So this much of field we have extracted. So my mapping is done. Okay, now I activate this. This is activated. Now let me go to the class, implementation class, behavior implementation class. Still there is error. See, no mapping is defined for types this. No mapping, still it is showing no mapping. Okay, so it should not show that particular error, it should be different. Activate, it is activated or not. Let me go here and activate. Yes, active object generated. Now control F2. No, it is not allowing me. No mapping is defined for result. Still it is saying no mapping, this one is result. So this issue can only be resolved if I will use select star. Okay, as soon as I have written select star, now you see this error is gone. Okay, so you may have think initially that error was only coming. So if I will remove the mapping, still it will not have the error. So let me comment that. And if I will activate that, and after that you will see the another error will come. See, another error is coming. No mapping is defined for result this. Okay, so this two step is mandatory. So we need to select from the database all the data. Okay, we need to select all the data, then only we can use this particular statement, mapping to entity. Mapping to entity, this is the new syntax. Okay, done. See, now what is happening? Let me put the breakpoint here. Let me put the breakpoint here. Okay, and here if I will write lt underscore result, if underscore result is not initial, and if just I'm giving a condition, that's it. I'm not writing anything, that's it. Let's see what is happening. Activated. Now refresh the page. A breakpoint is set. Let me run this. Select two lines. Add to cart. Now it is going to the debugger. Switch. Now you see my keys is having two values. It should have two values. Keys is having two values. One is two purchase order which I have selected, and now I put the breakpoint here as well. I will put the breakpoint here as well. So I press F6. See, as soon as I press F6, it is going to the method read method. Then I press F6. Then I am getting all the data. Then mapping the result, going back. Now it is coming back to the my action method. Now you see LT underscore result, whatever the data I have selected over there. So now all those data is coming from for that particular entity. All those data coming from that particular entity. Anyone have any question? Anyone have any question? Here. No? No question, right? Okay, perfect. So if no more question, then what I will try to do. So whenever we will use the managed behavior definition, whenever we will use the managed managed implementation, at that time we don't need to write this particular statement. We don't need to handle manually. Okay, we don't need to handle this manually. This read method will not be available. That we have already seen it. So this read method will not be available. Okay, simply we will write this and it will read the data. It will directly read the data. Okay, done. Okay, so then what next? We discussed that we will modify some data. Okay, so to modify any data, we will use update. Okay, let me use update. So what it is saying, this standard operation update entity is not implemented. Okay, so if I will click on this, then it will propose me to, do you want to add this operation? Okay, I will add this. Now you can see the update method is implemented. Okay, so done. I have implemented the update method. Okay, now if I will check the syntax, the error warning is gone. The warning is gone. Okay, now I will put a breakpoint here. End of the method, I will put the breakpoint. Let me run the application again. Refresh the application. Simply I have written only one statement, update. Okay, see, I selected a row, not the selected the row. Now you cannot see add to cart button is there. That is for action. I don't want to use that. So I will go here. Are you getting any edit button? Are you getting any edit button here? No, right? You are not getting that edit button. Okay, you are not getting that edit button. Why you are not getting that edit button? So whenever we have created the service binding, at that time we have decided V4. Did you remember? We have decided it will be V4. Who remembered that whenever we will decide, I mean the V4 service, it is mandatory that you have to enable the draft, then only the edit and this functionality will be enabled, otherwise it will not enable. That is what the message was giving. Did you remember that? Did you remember that? Okay, so V4, whenever we are using the V4, So at that time, it is mandatory to enable the draft functionality. Okay. So what we need to do? We need to enable the draft. Then only this one will work. Okay. Let me show you to how we enable the draft functionality. Here I will use with draft. Okay. As soon as I write with draft, what is happening? See what it is saying. The create is required at least internal for draft enabled entity. PO number should be read only. Then delete is also required. Something like that. Some error is coming. Then here some prepare, same error is coming. See, with draft, then prepare, edit, all those things are required. Resume, all those things are coming. So we need to enable this. Then only this one I will able to enable this, right? So update is there. Let me use create. Okay. Then let me use delete. Okay. Let me use delete. Okay. So create and update delete I have used. Still the error is not going. See, but two errors are removed. Can you see? There are two errors are already removed. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. How do we remove the rest of the errors? So draft action, edit. Okay. Now you'll see one more error will be removed. See, one more error may have removed. Okay. Similarly, draft action, yeah, activate, yeah, something like that. Activate. Okay. Similarly, draft action, discard. So these are mandatory steps we have to follow. Okay, these are mandatory steps you have to follow. Otherwise, you cannot enable the draft. Okay, then draft action, resume, then draft action, draft determine action, prepare. Okay. Now we can see only for this one there is a warning. Let me see what is that. The draft action is defined as optimize, should be defined as optimize. Okay, let me use optimize. Okay, so I have used optimize. Done. That warning is gone. Still the error is not completely gone. Let me see what is the error. There is no draft persistence specific for this. There is no draft persistency specified for this. What it means, what it is saying? It is saying whenever the draft will be enabled, it must be stored in a table. Okay, I do some modification, then immediately it must store in some table. Then only whenever I will log in again, the data will be extracted from that particular table. Without table, we cannot store any data. So that is what it is saying. It is the persistence table is not exist. Okay. So what we will try to do, draft table. I have already created a table for that. So to save our time. Okay. So mandate is the default field, you know. So this up to this in my entity, up to this I have taken. Okay, PO number, company code, all those information I have already taken. So if you see in my CDS, so exactly this much of these details are I have taken. So I use this much of field, then I use this much of field, then I have added this. Okay. So for the timing, if I will remove again, I have to add. Okay, so let me keep it. Okay, so I don't want to show that error. So these fields are also required, mandatory. Okay, then I have given that I will give that particular table. This is the draft table. Okay, now the draft table is, I have given the draft table. Now it is converted to warning. Your number should be flagged as read only. Okay, so that also we will fix. What is that? What is that? Field, field, and then field. What is that syntax? Inside this, I think we have to write read only, read only, read only, and PO number, yeah, something like that. Yeah, correct. So this is what is the syntax. So because of PO number, because of PO number is the primary key of the entity, that is why it is saying PO number is the primary key of the entity. That is why it is saying PO number is it must be read only. It cannot be modified. Okay, in the application. Now the warning is gone. Still there is a error. What is that? Multiple markers at this moment. So it is saying total tag is missing. Okay, if with draft is used, then total tag is missing. Okay, total e tag is missing. Okay, so what we will do, total e tag, then last changed art. Okay, I'm giving this. Now see what is the error. Now here it is giving an error. What is that? So it is saying the enhancement specific to E is not inconsistency. This does not have last changed art. This does not have last changed art. Okay. So this entity does not have this particular field. Now if we go to this entity, does it have that field? This field is not there. So it is expecting this particular field. So what I will do, I have noted this down. So to save our time, let me add that. Okay, let me add that where it is, where I kept. Where I kept that. Okay. So these details I will copy from here and paste it here. Actually, this is not the right process. Still, I'm trying to use this. Actually, it must be there in the database table. Because of I'm using the standard table, I cannot add a field as creation user. I cannot use that, right? Created by your that kind of any field, I cannot add in EKQ table, or I cannot add local created art. That kind of these 5 fields is required to enable the draft functionality. So these 5 fields I cannot directly add to the database. That is why I have used this blank value, and wherever timestamp is there I am using the 0, because this is decimal places. Okay, so this is how I have added this, and these are the annotations used for these fields. Okay, you have to remember this, no other option. Done. Now I activated this. In my CDS, I am having last changed art. I am having last changed art. So this is what was giving error. Let me see. Let's change start is was giving the error. See, now the error is gone. Now the error is gone. See, now the error is gone. But now you can see in my draft table, these 5 fields I have added for that particular purpose. For that particular purpose. Okay. Let me copy this and let me copy this, and so that if you want, I can just keep it in my notepad and I can show this. Okay, just I will try to delete these columns. Simple. I will try to delete these columns, activate, and you will get error that activated this. Now if I will check the syntax, what it is saying, now this draft table does not have last change that these 5 fields is missing. These 5 fields are missing. Okay, let me add these 5 fields first. Let me add those 5 fields first in my database table. This, 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 okay. So these are the mandatory fields. We cannot do anything. Okay, so we have to remember this. Maybe you can take the screenshot or anything, but you have to remember this. Nothing to do. So in your draft table, these fields must be there. I mean, in the CDS as well as in the draft table must be there. So I have given these 5 fields. I have used one more include as well. Now you will have another error. See what it is saying. So as draft version includes this, must include structure this. Okay, this structure must be include. Okay, let me include that also. Let me include that also. Dot include. Okay, activate. Now you will get some different error. So control F2. Now this is a warning. This include of this should be have group this. Okay, so it is saying this is should have group this. So we can do here what I will do. This one should be group here. Okay, this not this, not this. I will copy from here. Then this colon, this one must be there in double quote. Okay, simple, activated. Now you will see that warning is gone, that warning also gone. Okay, that warning is gone. Now it is saying this create is not implemented and delete is not implemented. Okay, so this is not implemented. Let me implement this as well. So add 2 methods. So I will add both the methods, update, create, delete. All these 3 methods are created. Done. Activated. Okay, why I stop this? I close this. Now you will see that won't be any warning. There is no warning or there is no error. Okay, there is no warning, no error. Gone. It's everything is fixed. All the errors and warning, everything I have fixed. Now let me refresh the page. What we will able to see. Go back, refresh, advance, proceed. Here we go. Now can you see? Can you see the create, delete, all those things are coming, right? Create, delete, all those things are coming. And if I will click on, let me put the breakpoint. Let me put the breakpoint. Okay. Let me update. Here I put the breakpoint. Here I put the breakpoint. Okay. Now I will try to click on create. Is it coming? Something is coming, right? So now the supplier company code, only the above part is appearing as editable. Why the below part is not appearing as editable? Why the below part is not appearing as editable? Because I have not implemented for the association. In my behavior definition, I have implemented only for this entity. I have not yet implemented for the associations. That is why this one is coming as the editable. This one is coming as editable. But rest, these below details are coming from the associations, and these details are not editable. Okay. But whenever I will click on create, see, company code 1234 and supplier 1234567 8, something like that. Click on create. See, can you see? Draft is updated. Anyone? Draft is updated. Can you see? This draft
Yes.
is, yes. Now draft is updated. See, it is not there. The PO is blank. PO is blank. But can you see those details? Can you see those details? Created by a user ID, local, this, and changed by, all those informations are coming automatically. I don't need to do anything. It is everything automatically. It is coming, right? So this is why this local created by, local changed at, all those 5 fields are mandatory. Okay, this is why. This is the reason. Okay, done. Now what about the purchase document? Why this is non-editable? Because we take the call that the because of pure number is the primary key, right? Pure number is the primary key. That is why we take the call that it should not be editable, read only. This one should be read only, correct? So as soon as I click on create, what is happening? See, it is going to the debugger. It is going to the debugger, correct? Now here I can write my above code to create the order. I can write my above code to create the order. Sorry, purchase order. Purchase order. Here I will write my code to create the purchase order. What I will write? BAPI, right? Through BAPI only this one will be updated. Through BAPI only this one will be the PO will be created. So I write the BAPI. Done. Okay. Let me go back. Let me select any of the row. Let me click on edit. Is it going to the read statement? Is it going to the read statement? Yes, right? It is going to the read statement, but it will, let me see if it is giving the result or not. It should not. Yeah, see, it is also allowing me. It is also allowing me. See, so exactly that particular purchase order is loaded over here. Now, if I will do any modification, see, Tapan, I will do a change. Now it is 2. I change it to 1. in the below, beside your save button, are you able to see that draft updated?
No.
No, till now, no. I will change the cursor or hit the enter. I will change the cursor. See, I will change the cursor. Can you see? Updating draft, draft updated. Okay, draft updated. Now your draft
Yes.
is updated. Okay, so now if I will change 2 and I hit the enter, I hit the enter. See, as soon as I hit the enter, you can see draft is updated. Now you see in my draft table, I will have exactly that particular record. This is the read only, and that PO details is coming over here. Is it clear? Is it clear for everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So now if I will click on save, see, I will click on save. It is going to the update method. Earlier, whenever I clicked on create, at that time it was going to this method. When I clicked on update, it is going to this method. So is it going to update? I have not written a single line of code. I have not written a single line of code to update that particular purchase order. So is it going to update the table? What do you say? It is
No,
going to
it will
update
not
the
update.
purchase order?
No.
No, it will not. I have not written any code, right? So it will not update. Now can you see? It is not updated and it is reverted back
To
as
the
it
name.
is.
The
It is reverted
previously
back.
what we have selected, that one only it will be coming.
That one only came back. That one only it came back. Is it clear, everybody? Everyone up to this? Everyone clear? What is unmanaged? So whenever I'm writing unmanaged, the read statement, the update, create, delete, everything we have to write. We have to write our code. Clear? Clear? Any question up to this? I pause for a few seconds. Let
Yes,
me.
I have a question. So you
Yeah.
told that unmanaged is for customized one, managed is for standard one. No, sorry, unmanaged is for standard table, and managed
Mm-hmm.
is for customized table. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But here we are using standard table, customized table also in unmanaged.
These are the standard table, no? EKK, OKPU is the standard table. What we are using?
Okay, so we are you updating the views through the standard table. We are only using the EKK or EKPO only. If you are using, then only we have to use unmanaged. Okay, got
Okay,
it.
because
Yes,
we
yes.
need to handle all those things. Actually, how we will update the purchase order?
Updation or creation will be done only through means BAPI only. If you are writing any
Delete, delete,
the same through BAPI only.
BAPI only, right?
Yes,
All those operation will be done through BAPI only.
yes,
We have to call a BAPI inside this.
yes.
Then on that is why I have written this delete, create, and update. These methods are unmanaged.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Mm.
So apart from this create, update, modify, delete. So if I want to add any other customize, so if you will see here, now these are buttons only, right?
Yes.
These are buttons only. So I put the breakpoint in delete as well. So if I will click on delete, see what is happening. Delete this object. I click on okay. So what is happening? It
It
is going to
will
the
do this.
delete method.
Yes.
It is going to the delete method. Simple.
Mm.
Okay. So it is going to delete method. I will call the BAPI to delete the purchase order. Simple.
Mm.
Any question up to this?
Yeah, one question I am having.
Mhm.
So you said like for V4, we need to like do that draft table.
Mhm.
So for V2, you are saying automatically this draft table will be uh, do, or like same thing we have to do.
For what? For which one?
V2, I think V2,
Same,
V4.
same, 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 same. Actually, what I told, whenever you are using V2, whenever your service binding is V2,
Mhm.
okay, so this one is V4. Whenever you are using V2, at that time, it is not mandatory to enable the draft. Whatever we have done, we have written with draft, right? Then we created a table, draft table. Then uh, these statements we have written, these statements we have written, then
Mhm.
only the draft was enabled, correct?
Yes.
Then only the draft was enabled, otherwise it was not enabling. So not only that, so in our table, in our draft table, we have added these 5 fields which will store the information which is changed at the last time, who changed it, by which user it is changed. All those 5 fields we had to add, then only our draft was enabled. But whenever you are using V2 to enable the edit functionality, you don't need to enable this draft functionality. Is it clear, Vikram?
So you are saying like in that case, like how it will say whatever we have done changes. So
Uh-huh.
earlier, like STVH or some standard table was there, na? Like if we are
No, no,
changing
no.
some.
Still, I think you have not yet observed the draft functionality. See what is happening. I click on edit. Now these two fields, only these two fields are editable. Okay. So this, let me remove these breakpoints. Okay. So now what you will see, now these two fields are my editable fields. Agreed?
Yes.
These two are my editable fields. Now as soon as I change something, I have not changing, I didn't change anything, so I'm changing the cursor. Are you getting here, here?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Observe here,
Mhm.
observe here. Okay. So I'm changing the cursor. Are you able to see that draft updated or something? You are not seeing
No.
anything.
No. No.
I changed the value. I changed the value to 1. Now I didn't change the cursor or hit the enter button. I clicked somewhere else. I clicked here. As soon as I
Mhm.
clicked, can you see?
Yeah. Draft updated. Yes.
Draft is updated. I close this application. I close this application. Okay. Now let me run again. What I have done, what I had done.
0 1. I think you have changed.
So initially it was 2. I changed it from 2 to
Yeah.
something else. I
Yes.
also forgot that. I press randomly some key. Let us see what is happening. Okay. So which purchase order I have selected?
Fast one.
Not this one, I think. Uh-huh. 2 was there, no?
Mm-hmm.
2 was there. So it is coming 1.
Yes.
Let me show it again. And can you see here?
Yes.
See here,
Draft.
draft.
Yeah.
And it is by default, it is opening in edit mode. This edit button is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, wherever I left, it is coming from that.
Okay.
So, am I able to clarify that?
Yes.
So,
Draft means like it will be in whatever we have
this
changed in that place.
whatever
It
the
will be.
function, yeah, the whatever the functionality I shown, this is the draft functionality.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to do the edit functionality. You want to make it editable. Now these fields are not editable. You are not able to modify these values. These two fields only you are able to modify. Agreed? These two
Yes,
fields you are going to modify. Now
yes.
these are not editable. Now, because why these are not editable? Because I have not yet implemented any code for
That access.
the associations.
Yes.
So without this draft, I can make this editable whenever I will V2 service.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Let me show you.
So in
Let me,
that case, like you are saying, whatever we are changing, suppose we are changing some field value, and it will not be in draft case. Like if we are
correct,
closing and we, next time if we will open, it will be
correct,
in.
correct. So it will lost. The data
Okay.
will be lost. The data will be lost. Okay. So this total tag is not required. So this draft functionality, let me remove this. Okay. And why it is giving error? Lock master should be enabled, I think. Lock master should be enabled. There is no error. Are you getting any error? No error, right?
No,
This
no.
warning was some error warning is there, but is not consistent. Enhancement specification of structure EKQ is not consistent. So you know that in the table level, this enhancement is not updated. I'm able to activate this, right? I'm able to activate this, but I'm using create, update, delete. Should it allowed or it should not allowed? I'm using this.
It is before you are saying like mandatory, you have to do draft.
Correct. So
Yeah.
I should
If it
be,
is,
how do I update? If it will not modifiable, then how do I update? How can I create if I will not input any data? I will not get the screen editable. Then how do I get it insert a new record, new value? I cannot, right? So let's see what is happening. Let's see. I refresh the page. Click on go. Click on this. Are you getting the edit button?
no.
Delete is there, but are you getting the edit button? Is it editable? How will you edit this? Where is the create button? Where is the create button?
No, not
It is
there.
not there.
Mhm.
Only delete is there. Only delete is there because only at the time of create and update, at the time of create and update, the value will store somewhere. Correct? Whenever you are deleting, it should not save somewhere. It will simply delete.
Mm.
So that is why that draft functionality, I mean create and update, that functionality, it is there. So whenever I disable the draft functionality, then you can see that the screen is not editable, though I have written this code. If I will publish this in V2 and I have written this 3 line, then it is, you will click on this line, able to see this two supplier and company code will be editable.
Okay.
If it is V2.
Okay. Then they are like how it is saving. Maybe they
Saving,
are here
no,
it is
no.
not allowed.
See, what is happening? It is automatically saving. So you are confusing. You are getting confused. Let me show it again. Let me show it again. Okay. Let me show it again. Let me enable this. Let me enable this. Done? Is it done? So I
Yes.
activated this again. Now the draft is enabled. Okay. I enabled the draft. I go back and refresh. Now see, create button is enabled. Okay.
Yes.
Click on go. I click on this. Sorry, I click on here. Now you see this is editable. Correct? I changed
Yes.
this from 1 to 5. As soon as I changed from 1 to 5 and click somewhere else, see.
Draft.
So what it is saying? It is only and only updating this particular draft table. It is not doing anything else. See, only this value is changing. It is not modifying the standard table. It is
Yes.
not modifying. Only it is storing in this particular table. That's it.
Mm.
And whenever you are second time we are trying to run, it is reading the data from this particular table.
Mhm.
Because of it is having some data. Okay, now I will go back. And I will run for this. See, is it editable?
No.
It is happening.
Here. Yes.
Because it is in this particular, for this particular 4 5 ended with 0 0 0, it is 0 0 0 is only there in the edit table, right? So
Mhm.
this one is 0 0 1, it is not there in this particular draft table, means this is
Mhm.
not open in edit mode. It is
Yes.
not open in edit mode. As soon as I click on edit, see what is happening. I click on edit, I refresh the page. I didn't change anything. Just I refresh the page. See what is happening. Got it?
Yes.
So as soon as I change, I opened it in change mode, one value is created, but I have not changed anything. But as soon as, see, these values are blank initial.
Mhm.
These values are not there. So as soon as I change this value from 1 1 to 1 2, something like that, and I click outside, now draft is updated. Now you see this one is 1 1. Observe this 1 1.
Mhm.
This one is blank. This one is 0 0 0. Refresh. See, this one is 2. This. This is what is the draft. It is only automatically it is storing into a table. For that you are writing this much of code. It will be managed irrespective of managed or unmanaged. This is the process to enable the draft functionality. This is the process to enable the draft functionality. Any question? Any question?
So for manage also, you have to
Same,
activate the draft facility. Okay.
same.
Sir, I just want to summarize one thing, sir. If I am using before service, then we can only enable edit and update mode with using draft functionality. So for before service, draft functionality for edit and update is required.
Mandatory.
Yes, sir. If I use B2 service, then draft functionality not required for edit and
without draft also. Without
Again.
draft also, you can create a editable application.
Okay.
Clear?
So there is this is the main difference between V2 and V4, sir.
Not exactly. Actually, what is happening? So, if you use FPM, flexi programming model. Okay. So, SAP right now we are learning the backend. This is completely backend, right?
Yes.
So, whenever you will use, right now SAP is more focusing on floor plan management. Sorry, flexi programming model, not floor plan management. That is flexi programming model. Okay, in the front end, that will be from a front end developer. Okay, so it will be very much compatible with the RAP functionality. For front end developer, they don't need to do enough work. They will ask you that I need this functionality. Can you do this in the backend? So you will 70 to 80% work will be done from the backend. Only 20-30% only it will be deployed and create this look and feel something. That kind of something will be required to do from the front end part. Whenever you are using flexi programming model, clear?
Yes.
Now FPM will support only V4. It will not support V2.
Okay.
It will not support V2. Now your front-end developer is developing the application using FPM. and you are trying to publish it in V2, it will not compatible, it will not work. Okay.
Is
Yes.
like FPM is more similar to Windin Pro FPM or newly?
No, 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 no. It is APM is flexi programming model. This is not
Okay,
floor
okay,
plan management. This is
okay,
flexi programming model. This is a programming model.
okay.
Okay, that is a programming model.
Earlier, I think some BOPF was there, like
BOPF is no BOPF. Don't merge up, mess up the things. Okay, BOPF is completely different. Okay, BOPF is completely different. So BOPF is not coming into here.
I think this create, update, delete I had done,
BOPF
but
is
like BOPF
used.
through B.
No, no. BOPF is used for the migration.
Okay.
Okay, BOPF is generally used for the migration. Like हम लोगों का जैसे BDC है, BAPI है. That is, we are having BAPI, LSMW. This is at the data migration tools, right? Right. So we use the mechanism to migrate the data. What about BOPF? So that is another system where we will create the database table. We'll create a custom different database table. Okay, it will not create in our system. It will create in another system, and we will read the data from the flat file, and we will upload into SAP. Those data we will upload into SAP. That is the use of BOPF. That is not for this purpose. That is data upload.
Okay.
Okay, don't mess up the things.
Yes.
Is it clear, everybody? Any question?
No.
No? Should we wrap up the call for today, or we will continue?
I think we can wrap up, Sumit, if no questions.
If no more question, actually, in today's session was very important for the draft functionality,
Yeah.
how we enable the draft functionality. It is very important topic. Okay, so once we able to digest this draft functionality, then I will show you some more feature. Okay, I will show you some more feature. Okay, then I will show you some managed. Managed is nothing. Yeah. Okay, so if you know about unmanaged, so I will show you one example. It will take only one day. So I will keep creating couple of tables, and we will use that. Okay, so once you learn unmanaged, means managed is nothing. Your all those things will be handled automatically. You don't need to handle these things. These things you don't have. Update, create, delete, and this read method. These four methods will not exist in your system. Simple. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Any more questions?
No.
Okay, so
Yes.
if nobody has any question, then we will wrap up the call for today, and we will continue in the next session. Tomorrow I will try, but if it will be 8:30, then it will be better for me. Actually, tomorrow I just one week I will not be present, so that is why I am trying to cover some topics so that you will do the practice for this particular week, upcoming week, and whenever I will back, then I will cover few more topics.
Okay. So for the timing, can I use the server so that I can do some practice? Okay.
Yeah. So actually, I asked Abhijit. Abhijit, are you there?
Yes, Peter F is there.
Peter, are you there?
Peter is bringing fire.
Yeah. I am there. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so here, whatever the I have created some behavior definition. So whatever the things I have created over here, this
Yes.
one is specific to this particular application only. I have not.
I'll not touch that one. I'll not touch that.
No. I'm asking someone copy these things and give that.
Okay,
in
I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay, give that in the group so that
Okay.
they can also do the hands-on.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is why.
I'll give all the details so that everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least you are able to understand the flow, right? What is the use of behavior definition? What is how we implement a class? Where we take the call for managed or unmanaged? Then
Yes,
we
yes.
will cover a couple of topics like determination. Determination means whenever I am changing, see, draft when this is getting changed, I changed it to 1. Okay. For example, this is not supplier, this is quantity. Okay. I am changing to quantity 5. If I will change the quantity to 5, then the price will be automatically increased.
Yes.
It will be multiplied with some value. So quantity, the price will be dependent with the quantity always. So I want whenever I will change the quantity, the price will also determine automatically. Clear? So see, whenever I will change the cursor, some action is taking, updating draft. Correct? Update, this one is some action is taking place. So this particular action is happening. This particular action is happening. This particular action is happening because of this particular statement. This particular statement, determine action prepare determination. Yes, particular step. So if you disable this, you will see this one will be error. This one will be error. You cannot activate this. Okay. So similarly, we are having determination functionality. So whenever you are changing the cursor from here to another place, we can have our own code. Right now, it is updating the draft table. Now, whenever we will change the cursor, for example, supplier, as soon as I update the supplier, the address of the supplier will be given over here, shown over here. Or I will change the supplier, then here the details will come automatically, something like that. So that kind of details we can do in the determination. Okay, I will show you that in the tomorrow session. Then this association, how we will do for the associations, that we will try to see. And I will show you some more topics. I'm not covering this BAPI call and all those things, guys. So that all of you know, all of you are aware. So all those things you already know. I'm not writing any code to create the purchase order, delete the purchase order, or update the purchase order. Okay, so these things you already know. Okay, so I will not write any code for this. Or you are expecting me to write? No, right?
No, no.
You know our. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So then we are wrapping up the call for today. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.